Hey guys, what is up? We're here at GDC sitting down with Sean from Durham Games. We're going to take a look at Foodie Trucks. And so what's this all about?
So Foodie Trucks is a bit of a strategy, casual, role-playing game madness.
Okay, so a mashup.
Yeah, it's the project of many years in development.
Oh wow, okay.
It's been a part-time thing, so hence the development time. But
right.
Literal years of development would be, 2, but like I've been working on it on and off for the past 8 years.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Okay, and you say what stage are you at now?
We're at about a late alpha.
Okay.
We're gonna go into beta very soon.
Okay.
And anyone who dares tread into those dangerous waters,
yeah,
get in touch with us.
This is some boppy music, but it might be a little too loud. I don't know if you can crank it down a couple.
Crank it down a bit.
And I probably should mention that this is, we're getting demoed on the laptop, but this is a touchscreen mobile game.
Correct.
So,
yeah, and the music is actually composed by none other than Barry Lee. You know the guy? He did a bunch of games, top tier.
Right.
Most recently, he did Horizon Chase. So.
Ooh, love it.
Yeah, good stuff.
Very good. Okay, so let's jump into this.
All right, so here we go.
Lots of smiles.
Yeah, you get to play as the intrepid food truck owner.
Sweet.
And you start out with a nice dirty truck, and you have a very lovely, fancy dressed food truck owner. And let's just change the looks a little bit. See if we can.
Well, that's fun.
Maybe. You know what? We can make it look like somebody we know.
Are you gonna make an Eli? Are you?
Make an Eli with bad hair.
You know, the youth Eli used to have dyed hair. So
Really?
yes. Teenage angst Eli. Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Perfect.
All sorts of good options there. Okay, so that's fun. I always like doing this stuff.
And if you don't like, the basic color, you can make it whatever you want to.
Eli and Eli.
Make it a little Muppet look. Perfect.
Cool.
All right. So we've modified our character a little bit. Got this new truck. Let's make it interesting looking. You got a bunch of options here as you progress through the game. You'll have the ability to get really fancy.
Wow, that's cool.
And each of the trucks affect the way the crowd perceives your food. So we're just going to start with the basic one.
Okay.
It's going to be fantastic. And the other part of it is, well, you're a food truck owner, so you got to have food to sell, right?
Yeah.
That's one of the as I was mentioning, in development, this game started out a lot simpler, and it's become crazy complex. You got a lot of data here.
Yeah.
Unlike a lot of food games, you actually figure out what it is you want to make. We don't tell you what to make. We don't tell you how to make it. We don't tell you really anything at the moment because we don't have any tutorials in.
Yeah.
But as you can see, each of the food items that you're going to combine has its own set of information, quality, your current skill with the ingredient. The more you use it, the better you're going to get at it. The quality is a rating that kind of lets you know if you get, hey, standard diced chicken, it's not going to be great. But when you get the free-range, high-end stuff, then it gets really interesting. You start out with just a basic skillet. It gives you stats on how it's going to affect the food you're cooking. As you progress through the game, you get more items that allow you to cook different types of food. So we'll just use the skillet for now. Like I was saying, we don't tell you what to make, but we do have to have a standardized appearance. So we just combine the stuff. Right now we're going to make a taco. You got a skillet, you can make a hot dog, whatever. So let's just make a standard taco. Doesn't cost any extra. We'll choose that. Now, since we combined a bunch of ingredients, we got to balance all the flavors. Right now, there's not any salt in it, so let's make it a little saltier. And how good you are at that mini game determines how many upgrade points.
Oh wow, that's fun.
So, make it a really sweet chicken taco thing. I don't know. The other thing is you can make things that are in excess of what your customers might want, and that's a way through doing this, you can balance the flavors out. So like right now, if you look at bitter, bitter is saying, hey, this is really quite bitter. So we want to kind of get it below 100.
Okay.
So right now we're at 97. That's cool. Maybe some neighborhoods in our little city want really bitter food.
Yeah.
And that's another aspect of the game, is
TouchArcade. TouchArcade taco.
all right. So let's go ahead and get like 50 servings of that. We want to see if we can make, I don't know, maybe 15% profit when we sell these things.
Okay. So that's you're setting your goal?
Yeah.
Okay. So when do you actually go out and sell the food?
You certainly do.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and check our mail first. All right, Truck Chef World. Cool, they were impressed.
Neat.
And this interface is how players can communicate with each other, or we can communicate with them and let them know, hey, there's a particular place in the city you might want to go. All right, so we got things to do. Let's go home and see what. Oh, still got a dirty truck. And as you can see, we got Monster Eli sitting here, just chilling.
Need to wash his truck.
Yep. All right. So let's make sure we take care of that.
This is very in-depth.
And you know, this is nice. It's a clean truck, but people maybe they're not going to respond to favorably. Let's make it a nice pink.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, that's really good. So, go through the paint process. Got this fancy pink truck. Looking good. Should be ready to go. And here we are in what is lovingly dubbed Foodie Town.
Okay.
It's a full day-night cycle because, as anybody who eats anything knows, different times of the day you want different food.
Sure.
So, for example, if you're going to go downtown at 10 o'clock at night, people want greasier, salty food, maybe.
Yeah.
Here in the neighborhood or the sports area, depending on the day of the week, maybe there's a game, more people want different types of food. So let's go to the docks for now. You can get information about where you're going to sell. So like
the stuff they like.
Yeah, for example, you can sell basically anything in this area as long as there's at least a sweet, spicy, or umami component, and the minimum quality they want is 10. It's also going to let you know how much does it cost to park there, fuel to drive there, permits, and you'll also see these GPS coordinates. So we'll send those out and say, hey, like there's a big to-do with these coordinates, people can go and sell.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, it'll let you know the population, because slowly but surely you want to take over the city, neighborhood by neighborhood. And by knowing the population, then you can see the percentage of that population that loves your truck.
Wow.
This will give you the average food cost. So like when we set our margins, we don't want to set it too high, right? Because if you go way over, nobody's going to buy your stuff. Time of day, it's been the sweet spot for getting the crowd and local flavor, what they prefer most.
Let's head to this spot.
Yeah, so it costs us 62 bucks. Okay, we got that much. Let's do it. Each time you drive to a portion of the city, we're gonna show you where you're going. It's a nice little generative thing. As you can see, it's still a little alpha because those buildings are really repetitious.
That's okay.
All right, so here we are, roll up on the scene, set up shop, and people start coming up and they're placing orders.
Okay.
And as you can see, we got a hot dog visual right now. It's the default. And this is where the game gets even stranger, because it's like, wait, why are these different colors? What's going on here? So we got our skillet right here. As you can see, each direction is associated with a color. Now, what you want to do is you'll tap on a food and then you'll swipe in an open cooking area, and it's going to go there.
Okay.
Now, if you can get combos or groups of colors all together, you can cook things a lot faster. And as you can see, things are timing down here. People are going to get a little upset at you if you don't start delivering on their food.
Okay.
Now, everything's wide open right now, meaning the intro player is not going to see the ability to like stack things. Meaning, like right now, I can get all these yellow hot dogs at once.
Oh, wow.
And the quicker you can do that, the quicker you can build up these combos, and you're gonna have higher profits.
Right.
You're gonna have people happier. You're gonna have people's opinion of your truck go through the roof.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have like these weird combo critical hit type situations where you can just cook everything at once. There's no way to trigger it off like right now, but what we also have is these concepts of these whale type customers who are gonna pop on, and they're just gonna throw food at you until you miss.
Yeah. Okay.
So, in a nutshell, that's kind of what we got going on.
Very cool. And so, what's the time frame? I mean, after 8 years.
So,
what's the time frame for release?
Thankfully, we are looking at the end of June for release.
Okay.
As you can see, I mean, feature-wise, all the core stuff's finally done.
Yeah.
And it's really about fleshing out. And since, you know, I work on the game from start to finish, I know exactly how it plays. We have to put in our tutorials because on the surface level, it's kind of obvious what you do.
That's
but
pretty deep, though.
As the depth, it kind of reminds me a little bit of like a Kairosoft type of game where you have no idea what any of these stats do, and you can explore them or not. So we have a nice lightweight game, but for the people that really want to understand, like, how do I maximize the best food to sell in this area, they can go down the rabbit hole.
Okay, that's really cool.
And the nice aspect of it is, of course, we've done our best to balance out flavors and foods. But if the players say, "Hey, carrots OP, what's the deal?" You know, we're looking for feedback. We want people to feel like it's a good balanced experience of casual and ridiculously complex for a nice little cartoony looking game.
Very cool.
So yeah, there we go.
So that's Foodie Trucks, and hopefully we'll be seeing it towards the end of June. Thanks so much for the demo.
Thanks.